still fun to have the boys, put that, cake and whatever that they did for the first birthdays.
Yeah, I'm trying to lose weight, and they're not helping. But no, it's just appreciate the guys, and it's a big family here, so I can't get upset when they want to wish me happy birthday. It's part of the fun, part of the culture that we're trying to have here. But it's not like everyone sings happy birthday for all the coaches and stuff, so I'll take it.
What was the best birthday present? What you got a couple days ago?
Yeah, I hope I can get a few more as we go along. One this weekend especially.
The flowers you're looking for.
Sorry.
The flowers for the Michigan State players' families, was that your idea, or whose idea was that?
So there's a bunch of guys on our staff that are always thinking about things that we can do as a team. I'm trying to represent more than just football as a program, and luckily we have a lot of guys that have been involved and always looking into things that we can do to make the world a better place, I should say, with the role that we have as a competitor on the football field. And so we had a bunch of our guys in administration and in our coaching staff that brought it up. I think Chad Lewis was one, and had a lot of guys just discussing what we could do to honor them. And they actually gave us the choice to come out and during the national anthem and also the moment of silence, and we gladly accepted and thought it'd be good for us to support them in their loss and give our condolences. So we were able to compete and have a great game, but there's more to life than just football. And sometimes we lose sight of that, and this is one moment where our players can understand that and actually be part of the whole process and honoring others and showing people that we care.
There's more to life than just football. That kind of seems like an overall statement for kind of the BYU football program legacy and its homecoming week. So what does that legacy sort of mean to you as a former player, now a coach, all that?
Well, for me, it's a little bit different because it's been in my life for so long. I can't imagine what my life would be without BYU, being a BYU fan, player, and a former student, now a coach. So. I know that some of the things that we represent as a school and as a program. I had the chance of being around Lavelle Edwards, and so some of the things that he did just outside of football. I think we have the opportunity to do some things and have opportunities to serve others, and that's a great position for us to be in, and we're going to take advantage of all of that. Not everybody has to do it, but it's a different thing for a head coach to say there's more to life than football, because my job and my livelihood depends on that. But I really believe that if you're grounded in other things just besides football, that you'll be successful. And if we can build success and off the field, in the classroom, and in our social lives, then I think it'll carry over to the football field. You asked about the complete game?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was really pleased about the complete game, and I think if you ask Ty, he was a little disappointed that we didn't start off faster, but you have to give Michigan State a lot of credit. They stopped us in the red zone area, close to the goal line on 4th down, and we had to find ways to pop through that and get a score. But for the most part, the guys have always been consistent in their desire to win and desire to compete, and so I was really pleased with that. We can always count on that, and so the complete game. I thought the guys have always played with effort. I thought putting it together and having it all click together was really important, and obviously you saw the results from it.
First drive Michigan State had, they basically did whatever they wanted, but you guys really made some adjustments or something. What happened for the defense to bounce back from that first drive?
I don't know if it was doing everything what they wanted. It took them 15 plays. If it was everything they wanted, it probably would have taken 4 or so. So, hate to correct you on that, but it took them 15 plays to try. And we didn't help ourselves in that. Normally, if teams have to use 15 plays to score, they shouldn't have a lot of success. But there's some things that we didn't do well, specifically tackling. We didn't tackle well in the first drive to get us out of those third downs. We could have got a couple third down situations. I think 1 3rd and long we should have got out of, but they're a good team, So when you don't do the fundamental part of the game, they'll expose you, and so our guys were able to rally and regroup and make some corrections on the sideline, and just remind them the reason why that drive took place. And I think our guys responded the right way. Our coaches set them up in the right spot and Coach Tuyaki and his staff did a great job at settling the defense and just doing what they're good at.
We talked to Tooney just a little bit ago, and he was talking about the dancing and the singing, you know, the dancing in the locker room after the game, and he said that, you know, the personality you bring with having fun and celebrating, enjoying those moments helps the team play better. It feels like they play better when they're having fun. Do you see that from guys when they're able to, you know, relax and enjoy themselves in that sense? And winning, of course, helps, but just be able to enjoy playing football?
Well, I mean, they all got into the game because it was fun at one time, you know, and so whenever it becomes a job, it becomes a little bit harder to deal with, you know. So the more we can remind these guys to just keep having fun with what they do, and even your job. I mean, if you have fun doing your job, it becomes easier to live, right? So regardless of our wins or losses, I mean, obviously we're going to celebrate our wins, but there's a lot of good things to celebrate in a loss as well. A lot of progress and things that you've made that you can build off of. And so having a positive outlook on everything is the most important thing, and just realizing the opportunity that they have to compete. You know, they're in a great spot. I think it's important for them to represent their family well as they're out on the field. And I thought they did that last week. They've been doing that all year long, and just really proud of the way they handle themselves as football players, but more importantly as people.
Gary got a big win over the weekend.
Yeah, I saw that.
Plays Utah this weekend. Have you talked to him at all much since you've got the job and all that, or?
I mean, we'll text each other and congratulate each other on the games, and then same with Kyle. You know, the people and friends that I have on the staff. I think it was Morgan Scalley's birthday a few days ago too, so wish him happy birthday, stuff like that. We're always going to be friends, but when it comes to the game, those guys are on their own. They got, you know, they know each other well, and they don't need anything from me. So they're going to play that game, and we'll see what happens with them. But just always appreciate their friendship and my relationship with them, so that'll never end.
Coach, what do you think the impact of having a comfortable win under your belt now will have on your team moving forward?
Well, it was comfortable. Like I said, coaches are jerks, so we're going to find ways. It was comfortable, but not until like the fourth quarter. I think at 4 minutes left or whatever. And so it'd be nice to be comfortable earlier than that. Hate to be picky, but I'm going to do that. I'm just going to try to keep the many guys that do it, just to help my heart out a little bit. But no, just we'll take it any way we can, you know. And if the guys keep approaching it, I mean, there's a moment when we're on the sideline. I think we're up comfortably. I think they were on their last drive, and just remind the defense to end it the right way and finish the game strong, and don't worry about the score, you know. And they had a good out. I think they forced them out on downs and that. So we're just really proud of the way the guys played and their mindset. And I think they're really starting to understand what we want them to do on defense and what we want them to do on offense. I was really pleased with the offense and defensive line.
Can you talk about Taysom's progression, how he's been doing, and kind of settling into this new offense?
Well, I think he's becoming a lot more comfortable, you know, in just football altogether. I mean, he's stiff-arming people and running through some tackles and stuff like that we're seeing earlier. But I think it's just him getting comfortable to the game. You know, we can practice so many different things, but simulating an actual live game is hard to do. And I think if you look at some of the things that he did earlier, he got a lot of grief for a lot of the picks, but a lot of them were tip balls. And so we just kept working with his progress as a passer, and understanding that the run game has a lot to do with what we're trying to do offensively, but building a pass game off of that. And, you know, the guys have executed it perfectly, and they believe in what Ty's doing as an offensive coordinator. So yeah, it's all coming together. But we got to keep being consistent and making sure that when we do that, we actually protect the football, which we've done in the last couple weeks.
With your players helping the opposing team up, and the Flowers thing that we talked about, are you making a conscious effort to maybe change the perception that some have of BYU football because of things that have gone on before you got here?
No, I mean, it has nothing to do with before. That's just how I believe in what we should do. You know, I don't believe in playing the game in anger and with hate. And so, you know, we're gonna knock guys down. And in football, it's a little strange because you knock guys down, and we're gonna help them out. But if they don't want help, that's fine. But our guys don't engage in a lot of trash talk. I think a lot of it's friendly banter or stuff like that. But don't want to make anything personal, you know. So that's just what we believe. I believe in great sportsmanship and respecting the game and what it's all about. This is a team game, and so the focus is all on the team and what we do as a group, and I've just been really proud of how they handled themselves. I mean, I can't say anything about stuff in the past except for I'm grateful for the things that have been established here, the foundation that Bronco Mendenhall set here. So we're gonna keep building on that, and that's just what we believe as a program and what I believe as head coach.
What do you expect to see from Mississippi State?
Oh, great team. I mean, first of all, their coaching staff, Dan Mullen's a great coach, and obviously they have a great connection with Brian Johnson, who's a good friend of mine, you know. The game will be the game, but he's always going to be a friend of mine, and we're really close. So they have a great coaching staff, and they understand football, and they run into a little bit of adversity, which makes them dangerous, and they're a quality team, so they're coming here to Provo, and honored to have them here at LaVell Edwards Stadium. And so, you know, we'll welcome them here, and then we'll compete and see what happens, but we're expecting their best shot, definitely.
Kalani, I know you like to take it 1 week at a time, but with Friday, Thursday set up over the next couple of weeks, is it nice to have this game on a Friday, setting up for Boise State a week after?
Yeah, I haven't really thought, I mean, I'm being honest here, I haven't really thought about the Thursday game, you just reminded me, but all I care about is Friday right now, and then we'll deal with Thursday when it comes, but yeah, when does Boise play?
I play Saturday.
Oh, perfect then. So, I mean, yeah, so I'm sure they're just focused on their game too, but yeah, we'll be worried about this game. We'll give everything we got to win this game and then deal with the rest afterwards.
Week to week, but it's halfway through the season at this point, 3-3.
Yeah.
Just what have you learned about the team over the first half of 2016?
Well, they're a resilient bunch and they never quit. And when you have that, you'll have some success. And so we faced a lot of great teams. Another one this week. You know, nothing's changed. We knew going into the schedule that was going to be tough. Obviously, we lost some close ones, but like I said before, we'll build off of that, and we'll have it work in a positive way to help us win last week and then help us this week as well.
Did you cross over with Dan at all before you left Utah?
No, I know him really well, and we've done so. When we did a lot of professional development with that staff when they were at Florida, and then I think he tried to convince me to buy his house when we moved into Salt Lake. So yeah, I mean, I know Coach Mullen. He's a great coach, and everyone that I've been around, Brian Johnson himself has said great things about him as a coach and as a person. So yeah, there's a lot of connections that we've become. Even though we weren't on the same staff, we know each other pretty well. We've had a lot of conversations.